My spouse became upset when I shared details about my previous sexual trauma, but now she's claiming I'm fabricating it, and I'm unsure whether to end our marriage. I'm 27M and my wife is 26F. We've been wed for 2 years and in a relationship for 6. For background, I was repeatedly assaulted by my sibling's nanny when I was about 9. She would touch me inappropriately, make me take off my clothes, and then either perform oral sex on me or attempt to stimulate me manually whenever my 4-year-old brother was asleep. Usually I was frozen in fear and unable to resist or stop her. She'd often give me candies or games for my handheld console as an incentive. In a strange twist, I began to feel connected to her and even pursued the mistreatment to receive those gifts. I understood that her actions were improper, but she constantly warned she'd harm me fatally if I informed my parents, so I kept silent during the ongoing incidents. It all ceased when she finished university and relocated to another state. I only fully grasped how disturbing her behavior was around ages 14 to 15, once I learned about the idea of agreement. When I attempted to confide in my parents, who are devout Catholics, the results were disastrous. They initially attributed it to adult content, saying it had warped my thoughts into inventing these events. If I insisted on my honesty, my father would physically punish me severely, and my mother would restrict my freedoms. I made efforts to discuss it with peers, but their responses were equally unhelpful. My guy friends simply said I was fortunate and inquired if the oral act felt nice. My girlfriends accused me of making it up for sympathy and mocked me outright. I decided to suppress the history and promised myself I'd never bring it up to another person. Now, regarding last week, my partner and I had received positive feedback about a series on Netflix named Baby Reindeer from our acquaintances. Heading into it, I was aware it dealt with themes of assault and harassment. In my head, I believed I'd moved past my experiences and could view the program without issue. Huge error. By the close of episode 4, I was nearly crying, and all the allegedly buried recollections surged forward. At the conclusion of the following episode, I couldn't contain it any longer. My wife stopped the show and gazed at me intently. Eventually, I regained some composure. She questioned why I was weeping, and I poured out the whole story. She expressed regret, embraced me, and we headed to sleep shortly afterward. I said sorry to her the next day for spoiling our evening. From the instant I revealed the trauma to her, I sensed a shift in our dynamic. No more greetings with affection upon my return from the job, and no more starting any closeness from her end. She wasn't hostile or rude, but I could tell something was troubling her. I attempted to express regret for possibly causing her distress, but she'd deny any issues and suggest I was overthinking things. Yesterday, my wife and I had an intense dispute over her dishonesty about handling the garbage, but amid the fight, she uttered something that stunned me completely. She actually stated that at least she wasn't falsifying a claim of assault, "You self-centered jerk." I was utterly unable to comprehend what she just said. She attempted to say sorry immediately after that remark, but I simply gathered some outfits and departed to crash at a buddy's place. She's attempted to contact me multiple times afterward, but I haven't responded and have temporarily restricted her communications. I realize I may have unloaded my pain on her unexpectedly, and I know females might not appreciate that, but I simply desire some form of recognition or encouragement. I lack anyone else to confide in about this, which is why I'm sharing here. I've seen 2 counselors so far, and neither appeared to assist significantly. My instinct is urging me to separate from her, yet she's truly the person I adore most. Discarding 6 years over this single incident feels wrong to me, but still. Would I be the jerk for divorcing her? Am I really the one at fault here?